Guys, what's going on and welcome back to Tenerife. Two massive matches today. Man United in the Champions League and a Copa Del Rey final. See you in a moment. Four games since we last met, which was the 1-0 loss to Real Sociedad, where really not a lot happened. Apologies for the slightly quiet games last time out, but hopefully you got a little bit insight into the workings of youth poaching at the very least. 4 games since we last played, as I said, 1-0 against Bilbao, 1 against Vigo, 1-0 against Man United, and then finally some actual goals. Mallorca 4-2 away from home. There were rotated sides against Bilbao, Vigo and Mallorca, particularly Mallorca, where the entire team was the second 11. So beating them 4-2 was kind of nice. 3 goals from substitutes, though. Could have been a lot worse without them. Obviously, the notable things out of this is Angso Mayorga, who is now my second choice striker, came into the side against Bilbao, got the winner there, got the first goal against Mallorca. In fact, got the first goal in what was actually a 4-goal comeback against Mallorca. And then the other main thing, of course, is the fact that Nicolo Ravella scored away at Manchester United to give us both an away goal and the lead in the tie, which means a draw will do. Any draw and any win will do us for this Champions League quarter-final second leg. Spanish Cup final is against Barcelona, Copa del Rey. We beat Real Madrid 2 years ago. We lost to Sevilla last year, who were relegated that same season. Now it's Barcelona. But we did progress past Sevilla in the semi-finals. But we did beat Sevilla in the semi-finals in this year's competition, so in theory, we're feeling a little bit stronger than we did last year. Meanwhile, the lead in the league remains at 7 points. Whatever we do, Barcelona will also do. It's quite bizarre. The lead has been 7 points for as long as I can remember, which isn't that far back, to be fair, but for at least 10 games, the gap has been 7 points. It's not grown, it's not shortened, 7 points every single week. Konya are down. It's the 14th of April. Their relegation is already confirmed. On the point of already confirmed relegations, there was one that came through in March. And apologies to fans of Mansfield, it was you. For all I know, you've picked a result since this actually happened. I didn't check at the time, but I do remember it happening. Not really showing you the world of football at this point. It's 2026. Derby are in the process of being re-relegated from the Premier League. Forest on the brink. Otherwise, it looks largely familiar, that Premier League. Top 6 remain top 6, with Leicester knocking on the door with Wolves. So, yeah, kind of standard there. There were surprises in the Championship, other than the fact, of course, we knew that Newcastle got relegated. And League 1 and League 2 aren't all that surprising either. Salford up there, I do notice. Millwall down and struggling. And League 2, not all that unsurprising either. Bournemouth up and in the playoffs, though. That's a nice little one there. I was about to say I couldn't see any major collapses. That's because there's one in the National League North, which is Cheltenham. They've gone down 2 divisions. Were they promoted from League 2 last year? Obviously in the game they started in League 2 though. I just know there's going to be someone out there who was probably wondering what was going on in English football, at least in 2026, which is further than I went with Sheffield United. So this is actually, apart from the Twitch save, which will be back soon, the furthest I am in a single FM save this year. And the good news is we can go full first strength against Man United, except for Hugo Merckx. So Christensen in goal, Red and Lodi, Harwood, Picard, Nedalea, Ravella, Valverde, Faisal, Zukic, and Gallardo, and Maxi Gomez up front. One key point, I say we can go full first strength. I'm choosing Zukic over Grealish because he just seems to be that bit better. Don't know if Grealish hasn't settled in yet. He hasn't learnt Spanish to its entirety. He can do basic Spanish now, but I had to send him on a further course. Maybe once he's got all that picked up, it will be a little bit better for him. I'll explain Bermudez, who, of course, as a Mexican, speaks Spanish naturally. Opposition's instructions there for Frankie de Jong, Marcus Rashford, and Jeremy Doku, who has just been brought in, as far as I'm aware, this year. Curious signing, considering they signed Ansu Fati, must be playing on the other wing. Of course, they do have Cesar Obregon, who they appear to be utilising in central defence, over the likes of Harry Maguire and Juan Ignacio Rossi, who I had on my radar. He is a centre-back. Actually, I can't remember why I didn't go for Rossi in the end. I might be able to have done it with future fees and what have you. I think we were being forced into a release fee, and then I wasn't prepared to pay that much at that point. He is tired, so they must be playing him. Yeah, he's decent. Oh, he's a left back. I do tell a lie. I think I'm getting mixed up between players here. I don't know why I didn't go for Rossi. I think it's the fact I just have left backs because he is one. Actually, I don't think I am getting him mixed up because I did spot just before I clicked off there that he was 6'4", so I think I probably was eyeing him potentially with the option of moving him centrally. I just realised what the reason was. It's because he's Argentinian, non-EU. That's the reason why I didn't go for him, which is a shame because he's really good value, but he is a centre-back. Doku, though, very much not a centre-back, charging in our back line, gets past Harwood. Our left-back comes centre-back, who stops that from going in on the line, I think. Maxi Gomez has been clocked at some point earlier in this game and is already dead on his feet, and we're not even at half-time, which is concerning because his backup on the bench for the Champions League is Bruno Alves, who has been rather poor this year and has fallen down the list. We don't have a player like Merckx, who is actually proudly our best striker. A relatively dull game so far. We do have the edge, apparently, but I've not really seen it. Start the second half and off we go. I am curious just by Obregon here. Yeah, 6 foot. I don't remember him being exceptionally tall. His performances this year have been way better. It's worth noting. Didn't start particularly well there. But his performances for Manchester United this year have been somewhat more worthy of the price tag. I can only hope the player that we got from Manchester United does the same for us next year. Looking at you, Jack. Come on. We need performances from you. Ansu Fati on this far side. Guess the goal they needed. I haven't checked which sides they're playing Doku and Fati. From Fati's positioning there, feels like Ansu Fati's on the right-hand side and Rashford's on the left at the moment. I think they are using Doku as a striker, which he can do, but does have 9 finishing. Maxi Gomez was clocked early on. Alves on there. Faisal's been poor. Don't have anyone to come on there. Vela forward. McDonald and Grealish. Grealish on against his former club. Like I say, he's not performed particularly well for us so far this year, but maybe there's a bit of a hunger there to prove his former club wrong. They, of course, replaced him with Ansu Fati, which unsettled him enough for him to join us. Doku's in. Picard's on the wrong side of him. That was going to be horrific. He was offside. Well, this suddenly got a little bit more exciting in the dying minutes, hasn't it? 1-0 to them. It's all square on the doors. Matvienko, one away goal apiece. Ravella does get on the end of that. That was confusing. Still Ravella. Bruno Fernandes tackles and defies physics with the actual trajectory of the ball. But Alex Gallardo, the man for the big moments, equalises on the night, sends us through on aggregate as things stand. This tackle here, I don't understand why the ball goes in that direction, but thankfully it does because Gallardo's there to pounce and drill it in from the edge of the box. Alex Gallardo is one of those weird players. He doesn't necessarily put in a fantastic performance every week. I hate this. I hate this. You could just see it coming. You could just see it coming. It's just so annoying. Remember when I talked about them doing short free kicks a couple of episodes ago? I'm wondering if they've been patched out. Well, that's somewhat annoying. Liverpool get through on away goals as well, thanks to a late Fabinho goal, of all people. Fergie time's alive and well. Solskjaer's still manager, by the way. I did have a nosy through Premier League managers to see if there was any weird ones. Not really. Other than the fact that Solskjaer's still in charge of Man United and Arteta's still in charge of Arsenal. Well, that kind of rubs the salt in the wounds a little bit, doesn't it? Tenerife's 53-game unbeaten home run ends. So we went into that match with an away goal, knowing that we had not lost at home in 53 games. Football Manager. I'm sorry, I just saw the predicted 11 for Barcelona. Just got a glimpse. A glimpse is all I need to see. Jordan Henderson as a right wing back. A 35-year-old Jordan Henderson as a right wing back. Sure, get him in to mentor your youngsters, model citizen, great mentors. But a right wing back? Tackling's there, the crossing's there. Everything else has disappeared. Arsenal through thanks to a 95th minute goal. So all 3 English sides get through thanks to late goals. All 3 of them. A similar story happened actually there. Pellistri with an 88th minute goal for them. 95th minute winner for the English team. Under-19s doing the business. Oh no, wait, that's not the under-19s into the final of the Spanish under-19s thingy-majig. I want to say it's a cup, but it said Division 1, so I'm a little bit confused by it. Champions League under-19s quarterfinal is the day after the Copa Del Rey final, I notice. Gotta love this headline combined with the final sentence. Tenerife's Tenerife seek second Spanish Cup victory. Meanwhile, 30 times Spanish Cup winners Barcelona. Righto. For the first time, it's being played at our stadium. The Copa del Rey appears to be played at whoever is drawn at home. I did wonder if it was a coincidence the past couple of years. Seemingly not. Yes, journalists, the victory over the third tier team is the one that I really thought was going to be the one that was going to give us the biggest problems. Utter morons. There's no good answer to that question, thankfully, due to the answers given. I'd just like to point out on the back of that question about whether or not Hospitalidad were the main problem on our run through here. We played Real Madrid in the Cup. They were literally the match afterwards. Utter morons. Merckx still isn't available, so there's only one change, and that's Bermudez in a right back. I just want to give him a go, really. There's quite a lot of suggested changes, but I'm only going to go with Bermudez. I've put Messi on the bench because why not? I've also put Angso Mayorga on the bench because he can play this one. He's tired because he played the under-19s game, which I kind of forgot to tell him not to. Because I was going to start him. You may have spotted Maxi Gomez, 6.5 last 5. Play the players that are in form. Unfortunately, I can't because he's tired. Henderson's starting, by the way, because Dest is injured, apparently. That was part of the press conference that you didn't see. Yes, it'd be nice if Rodri didn't score from 35 yards. Blimey. Not entirely certain why Barcelona can't play in their home kit here. But we think it was different enough from the white kit. Throw in Bermudez to Valverde. Heads it down to Faisal. This is well worked so far. Vorber heads clear. Lotti's in all of the space. He's gone past Henderson. Maxi Gomez is on the line. He's offside, obviously. In what universe? I mean, he probably thought he was behind the ball. By the time he got the ball, it looked more absurd. Miranda charging down this left-hand side. I don't think he was in the predicted 11, was he? Rodrigo. Cavallo into Osimhen. Never mind. Yeah, this is the point of the season where you want to put in your bad performances, isn't it? I mean, what is... Sorry. I lost the words there for a moment, trying to explain what Christensen was doing there in goal. I just noticed that Barcelona aren't playing ter Stegen. They've got a goalkeeper in whose number is 50. Faisal scores a free kick as a result. Like, for them to have a goalkeeper in goal whose number is 50 implies that all of their first team goalkeepers aren't available. Because Spanish football stops you from going up to 25. Or at least it does on my team. I do notice John Matip has 30 though on the bench and Denti has 34. Throw in Lodi to Zukic. Zukic back to Lodi? Yes, indeed. Faisal should have gone for himself. Ravella hits the post. Kyler gets the rebound. Former Barcelona man. Did he just refuse to celebrate? I think he did. Faisal had a clean shot there, really, if he wanted to do that first time, but plays it back to Ravella, who nearly scores himself. Ricardo with the final touch. And don't forget this has been played at home, where apparently we didn't lose in 53 games before Man United turned up and decided to FM us to all oblivion. Ronaldo, Bermudez. I don't think I'll be able to handle back-to-back home losses. Bermudez, Valverde. Ravella now. Zukic, if that's got through onside, that's a lovely little ball. It's a lovely little ball because Zukic is onside and it is 3-1. Suddenly we're just moved up a gear. Found a little bit of a rhythm. I mean, that's a lovely ball. Lovely, lovely ball through. Absolutely scythed the gap between, I presume, the right centre-back and Jordan Henderson. Boba, I think it is, playing on the right of their defence. I realise I still have the stats up from that time I looked at Real Madrid's bench. Yeah, it is Voba on the right side, who's playing no nonsense. Their defence baffles me. You got complete win back on one side, just win back on the other. No nonsense ball playing and just normal central defenders, the 3 defenders. I warned Maxi Gomez before the game. Off he comes. And Barcelona scored 1 goal from an XG of 0.36. Of course they have. Man United can get 2 from an XG of less than 1. Then sure, Barcelona can get 1 as well. Why not? Vela, edge of the box. Oh, that was so close. He's hit 2 different bits of the frame. Hit the left post now just to get the hat trick. Made 1 sub. Not really felt the need to make another one, but Grealish on for 2 minutes. And Messi on for 2 minutes as well. Why not? Why not? Valverde. The 2 big names of this transfer window. Bermudez gets a goal, of all people. It's his first goal for the club, and he scores it in the Copa del Rey final when it's already 3-1 and really doesn't matter on the scoreline, but the occasion, more so. Lovely finish, I suppose. Yeah. Bottom left corner, between the two defenders. Had the line of sight, took the line of sight, scored the goal. Yes, proceed to bring on Grealish and Messi the last 90 seconds. That'll get the clicks. Well, we may not have been able to reclaim the Champions League this year, but we have managed to reclaim the Copa del Rey. Played a bit of FIFA career mode recently. One thing I noticed is they don't have the manager in the celebrations. Don't know why. But they do. I do get to celebrate here with my team. There I am, just clapping for some reason. As the goalkeeper, in theory, should be about to do a cartwheel. There he goes. In case you're wondering, I did say at the end of last year that Christensen will get the number 1. That Silson only got the number 1 because my number 1 goalkeeper left after the numbers were given. Christensen actually likes the number 13. It's just dawned on me I never followed up on that comment. Christensen's preferred number is 13, so he gets 13. I think I gave a bad number 1 instead. But 4-1 did win the Super Cup as well, so domestically we're on course for the treble. 20 goals is a record as well for the Copa del Rey, apparently. Just breaking records wherever we go. So, 5 games remain of the season thanks to our knocking out of the Champions League. We've only got 5 league games and not against particularly tough opposition either. 14th, 16th, 7th, Almeria is the toughest away from home. 15th, Getafe, and 17th, Vallecano. 7 points is the gap, as we're well accustomed to at this point. So, logically, I bring you back for the game that we, in theory, should seal the title in, which would be the Getafe game. Obviously, if things change in the 2 games in between, there's always a chance we can win it against Pamplona, of course, if we win and they lose. But Barcelona have been tracking us the entire time with exactly the same results. When we draw, they draw. When we lose, they lose. So, in theory, I should be fine for the Villarreal match. And I'll bring you back for Pamplona and Getafe, which are the 2 matches where I could possibly win it if there's a swing, and then definitely win it if there isn't against Getafe. Obviously, the chance we actually bottle it and end up having to do 4 in 1 episode, I don't know what I do in that situation. But we'll work it out when we get to it. In terms of world rep, we are still 7th as things stand. Yeah, obviously winning Copa del Rey, winning Super Cup, winning the league may affect things in that regard. But we do want to get to that top spot, which probably will require winning the Champions League at least once more. So we're not done just yet in terms of seasons. I'll see you very soon for the end of this one, though. Until then, ta-ra.